There's always been that big round stone monument on it.
Yeah.
Forever since I've known about it.
They hadn't changed it.
No. No, I mean, he's over there in the...
Oh, they glorified Park.
Yeah, I remember that when we went over there. This is what you'll get. I was wearing my hat that day, so when I took out my hat, I was like, raceway forehead. No, when you and I went over and that kid was trying to tell us they didn't have him captive.
Yeah.
I mean, for fuck's sake, he's buried in the Apache POW cemetery, literally. So, you know, that's typical of the federal government, though, pretty much, trying to rewrite history. When they, you know, new people come in and they don't agree with what the other people did, but they don't want to admit it because then the liability's too high. So they'll dance around it and, you know. And just lie instead of just saying it like it is. You've never been over here to the grave?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did not know that. This will work out good then.
I wonder if there's still what I used to call all points bulletins. What are they called now?
Bolos?
Bolos.
Yeah.
Out on Bill Burns in Alaska.
Oh boy. I don't think I'd worry about that too much. Because you remember when we first moved down here, there was some woman in Pennsylvania or Connecticut or somewhere with a similar name to mine.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, we're just making sure you're not her. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm not. I can prove who I am. I can't prove who I'm not. Oh, look at this. They're going to shut down the Y.
Yeah.
Get this guy through it.
Yeah, that's a windmill blade.
It's a big one. These things are long.
Climate change propaganda.
Yeah.
They're spending a lot of money to get it done.
I don't even know if those things ever pay for themselves or not. Got my doubts. He's got to need every inch of that intersection too.
He's got rear steering on that trailer.
Yeah, those are kind of neat. You can sit and watch them. The guy behind him is driving the back of it. I'm so glad the sun is out today. I was getting sick of clouds. Seriously sick of it. Gloomy, dark, dreary clouds.
Make me feel like an old man. We're hitting these bumps and I'm shaking.
Rough as a cob.
Twiddle my tongue in my cheek.
I my God. Yeah.
New text message from 70395294457.
Shut up. I got this skinny down pretty good.
Best price I see in Duncan is $3.19.
Okay. Good, we can just stop off back there
Do what?
and fill it up on the way home.
Oh, okay.
It's on the way anyway.
anyway, they gave me a money card.
Yeah, you told me that.
So I get my infusion and sitting there, and this one nurse, she's supposed to be the a coordinator for this study, this cancer treatment study.
Yeah.
And she's not very good, but anyway, she's not really a nurse, I don't think. She's just administration.
Oh, okay. So she's like higher up, but not really hands-on.
Right, yeah, she's not even really higher up. She's just she's one that does all the scheduling and stuff, more like a secretary.
Okay.
Anyway, she's standing at the door of the room where I'm sitting in there, getting where I got the treatment.
Yeah.
And she has this envelope. She explains to me they're going to give me $50 for every image that they take to help out with food and stuff like that. And I said, well, now I'm thinking, well, woohoo, $50,
Yeah.
And but I'll take whatever I get,
Well, yeah.
And,
And you didn't get into it for the $100 or whatever.
right.
Yeah.
And so she goes to hand me this envelope. She would just barely step in the room, and she was reaching way across. And you know what I had to do?
Oh, crap.
I reached up there and kind of smoothed her hand and grabbed the envelope. She took off like, I know where she was headed.
Yeah.
She was going to go wash her hand.
Oh, yeah, because of the radiation.
Yeah.
It's weird. Their welcome center's not open.
So what do we do?
I guess we go up here and try and go in to see if they'll let us in.
I'll get my license out just in case they want to scan me too.
Yeah.
So they'll either let us in or turn us around, or
Yep, one or the other.
and I'll be nice so we don't get subjected to a cavity search.
That would be probably a good idea. Thank you, I appreciate that.
I will not mention anything about being radioactive.
Okay. Yeah. We don't need to confuse things here. No confusion needed. After hours, okay. Hello.
Morning.
How are you doing?
Doing well. Have a good day.
Thank you much. You too. Cool. So evidently they have the ability to just do a basic screening right there automatically. Pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I came in there, and when I was working for Coke, they come in there and they scream, is your name Billy O. Burns? And I said, no.
Billy O.
Yeah. I said, my name is Billy Burt Burns. She said, interesting. She said, there's a bolo out on Billy Burns in Alaska. I said,
Bad Billy.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. If we had snow here, that would might be a valid thing, you know. Yeah.
Bad Billy O'Burns.
She said, well, hang on just a minute. She had to run the whole business. And she said, and at that time I was coming out here on the base pretty often working on machines.
So she kind of knew you, or?
Well, she said, next time if you'll just say Bolo before we scan it, she said, then it'll make it a lot quicker.
Oh, it's like they already know then that it's going to pull it up and it's not you. So how did you feel about coming in the next time and saying Bolo when you handed it to him?
I just said Bolo, and I'm not in Alaska. And I got a grin out of that one after they scanned it.
Funny.
Most of this stuff here in this lot right here is stuff all these soldiers has up for sale.
That's what I thought when I came by that the other day. It looked like there was a sign there about some family sale lot or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting, all the infrastructure they got here. Yeah, it's like a little town, really. They got fast food and a bowling alley and a commissary.
Yeah, it was pretty cool out here when I was working for Coke. I got to do a few things that you wouldn't normally get to do.
Yeah.
I had to go work on a Coke machine in a helicopter hangar.
Oh, cool.
And so the guy walked me out. He says, you're going to be right real close to the flight line. He says, but he said, if you'll go around to that building and push the giant doors open, he said, you can just go ahead and drive in there next to the machine.
Huh.
So while I was in there was a bunch of guys. They had a helicopter tour part working on it, and I got to go over there and look that over and you know, and say, hey, that's a SKF bearing, that's a Timken bearing. I've had to replace them. They go bad all the time.
Were they looking at you like you were nuts?
No, they was grinning and carrying on, you know.
That's funny. See if I can remember which way to go here. I gotta go left in here somewhere.
Then they got another building here. It was the old, I don't know, I guess you would call it the Paymaster Place.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, and it was a big square building that had a square courtyard, and you know, and you drove in there. You drove, you know, under the building, went over the top of the driveway. So
yeah,
it was like they could close the gates, and it was fortified gates, and it was all closed. And actually, they called it Fort Knox.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the name of that building. And so I had to go in there and work on a machine down in the basement. And so walking by those rooms, you know, they was full of soldiers sitting at computers.
Oh.
Yeah. And I assume it was still had to do something with payroll, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know that for a fact. They might have been bombing people in Little Afghan or something, you know.
Who knows? That's a sign back there you don't see every day. Howitzer crossing.
Yeah, that's the big guns on tracks.
Yeah.
Because they don't get to run out here on the regular streets. They might accidentally run over people.
Oopsie poopsie. Yeah.
They had another place that's out by the mountains with Coke machines. I had to go out there.
Yeah.
And they called it Afghan City. So they stacked up a bunch of shipping containers, like comes off the ships.
Yeah.
And they made like buildings out of them. And whenever I pulled in there, I was going to the cafeteria building, and you could see up there they had pictures of people, pictures of bad guys, pictures of kids, you know.
Yeah.
So they use that to train to clear out buildings.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like we used to do when I was a cop. You'd have your good guys and bad guys.
Yeah.
Try not to shoot the
Good guys.
lady with the baby in the stroller, but try and get the bad guy before he gets you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of fun but stressful training.
So anyway, on the way out there's a road sign that says, "Caution, howitzers may be passing overhead." You know, I thought, hey, that's pretty cool.
Overhead.
Yeah. So I get out there. They're out there practicing their howitzer shooting. You know, the big gun on track.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually was having howitzer pass overhead and didn't know it.
What, did they have an overpass or something that they were?
No, it's just a road.
Oh.
They're shooting the guns at the targets, and the projectiles are going over.
Oh, okay. So the projectiles may go overhead, not the
tank itself.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, understand now. Am I gonna like glow at night being in here with you?
No,
Okay.
but you might develop X-ray vision like I have.
Oh boy. I think I'm not sure which I'd rather do, glow at night or have X-ray vision. Rather not. I mean, if I glowed at night, I'd keep myself awake because I don't like sleeping with light.
I think I looked that up.
If I had X-ray vision, I'd be able to see through my eyelids, right?
Yes.
So I couldn't really shut my eyes, and I don't know which would be worse. I think they'd be equally bad.
No, but nobody could get away with anything around you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
What you hiding there?
Yeah. And it'd be fun at Vegas.
It might not be fun in Vegas either.
They think you're cheating.
Yeah, but
Take you to the back room, slug you up.
think all the stuff you might see in Vegas that you can't unsee.
Yeah. Especially if it has anything to do with worms.
Oh my gosh. So, like, after that lady was being so careful not to get anywhere near you, did you see her again after that?
Yeah, I could see her across the way over there.
Yeah.
Now, the nurse lady that did my IVs and started the amino acids thing bag and all that, it didn't bother her one bit.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, yeah, I'm radioactive, but I'm not that radioactive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would cause cancer or radiation burns, you know.
Well, to actually get irradiated, you have to have irradiated substances enter your body.
Right.
You know, like radioactive dust or radioactive vapor or radioactive whatever dye.
Yeah, basically it was a saline solution with the treatment in it, and the treatment is a peptide receptor. You can kind of akin to like a maybe an antibody, but the peptide receptor is a molecule of itself, and it goes in there, and that's why it only sticks to the tumor cells. It don't stick to a heart cell or a lung cell.
Because there's nothing for it to stick to.
Yeah, because the receptors on the surface of the cell
Yeah.
doesn't match the receptors on the treatment.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of like a puzzle piece. It has to fit together.
Yeah.
And then they chain link a radioactive isotope to that. And the isotope that's used on me was PB212, which is a isotope of lead. And I thought that was kind of cool because, you know, I'm a 2A guy, you know.
Oh my gosh.
So now officially I've got lead in me, and how more 2A can you be?
I don't know what to say to that. Oh my gosh.
Just a hell of a way to do it, you know.
I
But anyway.
guess. Good Lord.
Let's see.
If you wonder why I'm driving so slow, it's because the speed limit all over the base is 35 out in here until you get on this other road it's 25. I did see an MP drive by out here while I was here the other day, so I don't want to get a speeding ticket on Fort Sill.
Yeah, you have to come back, stand in front of the magistrate.
Yeah.
You don't get to go to the county somewhere and pay.
No.
Because it's issued by federal law enforcement.
Right. So I don't want to have any problems like that. Rather not. Okay. Geronimo's gravesite. There are actually 3 different sites here, I guess. There's one off to the right for another guy. And then Geronimo's site is in the middle, and then there's another guy buried up a ways. But anyway, this is the main POW cemetery, which you would think that that little boy we talked to at the museum who didn't think they were held captive would have put 2 and 2 together. If they're POWs, they're buried in a POW cemetery. They were prisoners of war by definition. I'm going to pull in here and just stop and look at this a minute so people can read this. I'm not going to try and read it. I tried to read it the other day and I can't pronounce all the words. So you're just going to have to do the best you can yourself. But I will try to center it up for you. Okay. I don't think I have to sit here real super long because I can just extend this clip. But
Well, they can always pause it and read it.
that's very true too. Okay. There's some on the other side too that we'll look at on the way out. I'm not going to turn clear around though to do that. So, as you can probably tell, most of the monuments in here are government issue. The same thing that they would give a military burial. Same thing my dad's got. They're white marble stones. And they are still burying people in here. So there's a new burial in here. So this is still an active cemetery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out my little camera and we'll go over and actually look at the grave. So I'm going to take off my pin here. And then I have to wrangle this out. Unplug it. And I need to plug in my other microphone because it didn't want to work without it the other day. I have to lose this footage too. Drink. Try and be more mindful of where I'm pointing this thing today.
I mean, I don't feel that much.
Well, I'm not worried. I mean, for video quality. The other day it was terrible. It was like all over. Yeah. Okay. So this isn't just Geronimo, it's also members of his family. And other people that fought with him. But one of the things you'll notice if you come out here, sorry about my sinuses. One of the things you'll notice is people leave things here. A lot of people leave coins. You'll see down here in front of the monument, it's just pretty much paved with coins. And then people also leave offerings up on top. And they'll leave anything, you know, it could be any kind of thing. Coins, cigarettes, cigars, little tokens, just any kind of objects, rocks. I'll go out here and show you there's actually, it looks like an offering bowl up here. And you can see some of the things people have left.
Why are they leaving dollars, paper money?
People do that. They just leave what they have, I guess. It's a thing, Bill. I don't know if it's like just a sign of respect or if they think it's good luck. I'm not sure.
I didn't see any wheat pennies.
Oh gosh. Oh boy.
You know, they probably built that monument. He's directly under that.
Yeah.
To keep people from digging him up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think that's what they had to do for
They did the same thing for Buffalo Bill.
in Doc Holliday.
Yeah, they've had to pour concrete over them to keep people from exhuming them and taking them other places.
I mean, how sick is that?
Yeah. Well, there is the conspiracy theory that the Skull and Crossbones group from Yale
Yeah.
came and dug him up and stole his skull. But I don't think that's true because this monument's been here
Right.
forever and a day, and it's on an army base. You have to
Yeah.
be pretty sneaky to get in here with the MPs and start digging out here in the cemetery. I think they
The only
plug
way
you.
they could have done that is if the military escorted them in and helped them.
Yeah, and I don't think you would see that happening.
Well, Bush was part of that.
Well,
They may
yeah.
have.
I don't know, but I don't believe it. I think he's here. I think all of him is here, where he's been all this time. So many people, you know, they were held here against their will.
Yeah.
He wanted to go back to Arizona. That was his big thing.
Yeah.
And they never let him. Yeah, obviously. He was never allowed to return to Arizona. Okay. I hope my videography is better today than it was the other day, because that last one was really bad. Okay. Looks like they've had armadillos out here. I hope this is working. Yeah, it looks like it is.
All these tombstones are Indian.
Yeah,
Yeah, prisoner of war cemetery, wasn't
yeah.
it? Really?
Yeah, it's the POW cemetery. Yeah, everybody in here was a prisoner of the United States Army up until a certain date, you know. But they still, there's a brand new burial over here, probably the descendant. Yeah, the descendant of a POW. Some of them stayed here after they were freed, and then some moved on to other places. But they kept them for many years. I mean, it was pretty bad. Okay, now I gotta put all this stuff back together. Which means I gotta take this apart. Seatbelt on if I want that to quit nagging. Pull up here and let you read the back of the thing, 'cause there's more information on it. There you go. Center it up. So you can pause it here and read that.
From a distance.
Oh, maybe so, yeah.
Yeah, this is a known point. You don't shoot past this point or whatever.
Yeah. Benchmark or
some sort of a mark, yeah. view of it. This is a circle drive.
Yeah. So this looks like one that's still in use. Obviously, it's got new stones in it. Flying the Comanche flag. Dash cam. It's not a very good view of Mount Scott. Right behind a tree. They've got, looks like a pretty good tomb.
Kind of a cool looking old building.
It is. Zoom in on that a little. Old house sitting over there.
Yeah. Falling in.
Yep. Hey, there's a porta potty.
There is?
I guess if you needed one, it would be a welcome thing to see. Okay, here's a really good view of the Wichita Mountains.
And you can kind of go around that curve.
I will. I want to pan the camera a little bit because they go way up. You can see on the far right over there, they've got windmills built up on one of the ridges. Way up there. There's mountains clear up there. They're not big mountains, but they extend a long way. Trying to get this recentered. And then you've got Mount Scott. I'm trying to find my pen here to use as a pointer. Gosh. This is Mount Scott right here. Now, that may be the only one of them that's actually considered a mountain, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only one's big enough to be a mountain.
I think they stuck an extra rock on top to qualify.
Seriously?
I would not doubt that one bit, you know.
This is Mount Scott over
Yeah,
here.
we got a mountain in Oklahoma.
Well, you got the Wichitas over,
Yeah, but
or Wachitas.
Mount Scott is the only one that's tall enough to be considered a mountain.
In this
By
region.
definition. The way I understand it, I don't know that to be total fact.
I think Talhena over there's got mountains.
Yeah.
That's a lot more dramatic elevation changes than over here. But yeah. And they go, we're looking west, so they continue on clear down to the south too. They go north and south. It's a pretty big group of mountains. Okay, let's take a look and see what this says. Might learn something here. kind of trial and error getting this to where you should be able to maybe read it. And you can pause that there if you like. I think we can get out going this way, maybe. Here's the actual base cemetery.
Yeah, this is where I think Quanah Parker's up here. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
Quanah Parker's buried in here. And a whole bunch of notable people also.
Yeah, giant monument there, Quanah Parker, I think.
Might be, yeah. I'm not going to go driving around up there in this big truck.
Right.
I can get by with that at Rush Springs at the cemetery, but I think that's a little tighter there. Smaller roads.
For sure.
Go left.
Okay.
What were you going to say? Isn't that the old jail up there? The blockhouse?
Yes.
So that'd take us through the historical area.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Might as well do that. So the old post brig or jail, I guess, I don't know if they called it a brig or not, is this square gray structure on the right.
See, if I remember right, there's a gift shop back there. What does that sign say?
Army Multi-Domain Targeting Center.
Okay.
You can still see the bars on the windows up there, doors.
And it has a basement in it as well.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, these are the old post buildings. Now we're getting up into the old stuff. Fort Sill's been here since, what, the 1820s, I think. It was here a long time before this country was settled even.
Yeah.
In the road, there used to be a road from Fort Arbuckle over by Davis, Oklahoma, which Davis wasn't even there at the time, but Fort Arbuckle was. The main road in this region was the road from there to here. This is the actual original Fort Square.
Yeah.
In barracks and all of that. So on the right would have been the men's barracks, I believe, and on the left, across the square, we'll just drive around the square and show you, were the officers' quarters. And this building, I think, is the museum now, maybe one of these. There are a lot of old buildings in here. Very historical buildings.
Well, the original Fort Sill, you could see it, remember you could see it from the highway.
The Palisade, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the palisade where they actually kept Geronimo. Or that's what they used to say anyway, until they
Yeah.
decided to start denying it. Decided to start revising history. So these are officers' quarters in here. And have always been officers' quarters. Little chapel. Try and turn the camera so you can get an idea of the central square here. Oh, I got too much crap in the way. Sorry. It's not going to work very well. There's an open square out to our left. It's an entire city block, basically. It's just open, like a park. The flagpole in the center of it. And then we've got more old barracks here, which you'll get a good look at right there. So around two sides of the square are these barracks buildings, and then the officers' individual quarters go around the other two sides. Pretty neat, actually.
And they do have I guess you'd call it a cannon. That was the only one that has ever fired a low-yield nuclear projectile on
Really?
this base. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Is that some kind of a test deal?
I don't know. I don't remember what all was said about it. But
Yeah.
I remember that part of it.
There's a Post Trader Store gift shop. Closed. Everything's closed today because it's Sunday, so.
Yeah, they used to have all that stuff open on Sundays too.
Yeah.
They encouraged visitors a lot more back then.
Yeah, I think so. Commissary storehouse. So this is the old commissary here on the right. That's cool. We'll go on around and see if we can find the old palisade. I think it's over here to the southeast of us, actually. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So if we can go in here, it's worth a stop down here.
Yeah, that cannon I'm talking about is in with these groups right here.
Oh, okay. Should I drive around that?
That's it right there, I think. No, it might be on the other end. Or a gun, or whatever they call these guys nowadays.
Artillery? I don't know. I think generically they'd be considered artillery pieces, wouldn't they?
Yeah, yeah. There's jumping jack flash.
Sure enough.
I think that was it on that end.
Probably.
Yeah, this is all different. They've moved it around since I was a kid.
Yeah. Well, it's been a minute since we were kids, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably does.
Yeah, I was going to just flip around. Because some of this down in here is still old buildings too.
Yeah.
All this stuff over here,
Yeah.
all that's all old.
I think that some of that used to be corrals.
Probably, because the cavalry barracks were the ones up on the west side of the square.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had like stables behind them, or you would think they'd been lodged not too far from their horses. This must be lesser officer housing down here. Less higher ups.
Yeah, that has to be it right there. Because it wasn't on, I don't remember it being on tracks.
Yeah. Sill National Historic Landmark established 1869.
And they still do some cavalry stuff here.
Yeah, they do. Well, this is where the Buffalo Soldiers were out of.
I think so.
Yeah. So this is the original Fort Palisade, I think.
It is.
Pretty sure.
The original Fort Sill right here.
Yeah. Looks like they've had some bad weather through here. They're losing shingles.
Yeah.
But right up in here, when I was a kid, right in this first little window was supposedly where they kept Geronimo.
Right.
It was in that one little cell, and his cell was like, I don't know, 8 or 10 feet square. There was like a path worn in the floor where he paced around it.
Yeah, yeah, because it was dirt floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember seeing that when I was a kid.
Yeah. And now they deny it that it ever happened. It's like, okay.
Well, remember that was a young soldier guy at the
Right.
gift shop.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd just been told what he'd been told or whatever.
They've indoctrined him in what they want him to believe.
Yeah. Of course, when I was a kid, they also had a sign up on the side of it saying it was Geronimo's cell.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a big secret thing like it is now, evidently. As you can see, it's a pretty substantial fortress, you know, for the time.
Well, I bet they had a lot of outbuildings because this building.
Oh, yeah.
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 It's just if they ever was actually attacked, they can all kind of
Yep, go inside.
last resort.
Yeah.
And they got plenty of holes to shoot out of.
Yep. Go around here and you want to see a tank?
Howitzer.
Is that a howitzer?
Yeah.
How cool is that? That's a big machine.
It is.
It's longer than this truck and probably half again as wide as this truck. And this is a big truck.
See that thing with all the teeth on the back?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a bulldozer blade in a way. It lets down, digs it, and they back up, dig it in the ground. So when they shoot that thing, they don't go flying across the field backwards.
Doesn't scoot them around.
Yeah.
Tiny Tim. It's got Tiny Tim on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Up on the
It
barrel.
does, yeah.
Yeah. How cool. Fort Carson Mounted Color Guard. Well, that's not a Fort Sill horse trailer.
No.
There's the Fort Sill one.
Yeah. They're probably here to get training.
Probably. Yeah, we're a long way from Fort Carson.
Yeah. They're getting some Okie Fort Sill training.
Yeah, here's another view of the old Palisade. How cool is that? This is I-44 running right alongside of us, so that we're not showing anything that you can't really see much from the highway. You know, in this area. There's some horses out there wearing blankets. I wonder if those are working horses or those polo ponies.
I don't know. I bet they're probably polo ponies or colonel ponies.
Yeah, probably. Colonel ponies. Colonel Potter ponies. There's kind of a cool, was that a rocket?
So, yeah.
Pretty neat. Pull over here and see.
Yeah, go over here and see. They got a gun up here on a pretty good pedestal.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like it's in a foxhole, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like a. Let me come around this side of it. Kind of hard to point this camera when it's tied down to the dash of this truck. I have to maneuver the whole truck. So there's a gun in a foxhole. Concrete foxhole.
Barricaded gun. Maybe.
Yeah. Help preserve history by staying off of the equipment. Okay.
Like we're going to wear it out.
Yeah, I'm going to go make a mark on that. I don't think they have to worry about that with us. All kinds of cool stuff out in here. Some more various kinds of guns. I think field artillery is a specialty here, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what this is. This space is
All about.
yeah, all about is artillery.
Yeah. And polo ponies,
Maybe a polo pony or two.
maybe.
I know I didn't see horses here like you used to.
No, just a few
Yeah.
right in there. I don't know if I can get out of here going that way or not.
Yeah, there's a key gate right there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just go up here and turn left.
All right. I thought there was one over here somewhere. I was looking back up there. Like, how do I get out of here?
Uh-oh, somebody's getting searched. No, I think they're changing to the guard.
Well, whatever they're doing, they're gonna do, I'm sure. Oh, looks like they got new recruits in to me.
Yeah. We're
Bunch
gonna make them stand out here.
Bunch of lost-looking kids.
Well, if somebody points at you, just get on out.
I know. I'm just not going to run fast over those, you know,
Right.
things.
Drive sober or get pulled over.
Yeah, probably so. Well, that was cool. That's a cool little tour.
Those signs remind me when I was down at that Air Force base down by Wichita Falls.
Oh, yeah. I can't think of the name of it. There's Polo Grounds.
Shepherd Field.
Shepherd, yeah.
Yeah. I was coming out of there. I was in a Coca-Cola service truck. I was coming out of there. At the key gate when I was leaving, there was about like 30 soldier guys out there. They all had signs in their hands.
Oh, no.
Yeah, drive sober. Don't drink and drive.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they got in trouble for something.
Yeah. I was there. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off here since we've seen all the sights today. So thank y'all for riding along. It's kind of a treat to have Bill with us. He's been gone all week, so I'm glad he's home. And he's feeling good, so that's a big plus. Anyway, thanks for riding along. I hope you got to see what you wanted to. As far as, you know, the cemetery and all that. Y'all take care, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks a lot.